and lots of more strategical plays. But the players are in the lobby, and we're going to get started with game number 1.
There it is, 50 kicking off this series, and it's high vis with a high ball here. Nicely controlled here by Ozaran as he takes it. Great 50 there, but Maurice is going to get a touch. It's high. Is anyone going to follow it up? No, they're not. Bit of a mistouch there in the defense. Pure Skill can't get the touch, and it's B-Shake. Gonna actually hover. He's going to wait for the touch as Maurice clears it. Crease does get a good touch here, and he could go for a pass, doesn't choose to. And so far, pretty calm 30 seconds. Teams kind of feel each other out. But yeah, what do you think of these initial touches, Potter?
Well, I mean, Severance, with their touches seem to be more quality-based and they're doing more with them. However, Prelude, I'd say they're a bit disorganized maybe, and they're not able to get the ball out and get the touches which they would prefer. Yeah,
absolutely. I think that's right. Better touches from Severance, although the double commit did just come through. Need to make sure those comms are nice and clean. Another double commit there. B-Shake's going to be there to clean it up. Onto the midfield. Nice little pop here. Pure Skill should have this under control as he takes it around, but Hive is going to pop it high. No one's going to be there as the Creases just goes for a mistouch there. Pure Skill looking to take this one out and actually beats Maurice. It's over to the midfield, and Hive is going to get a high touch again. And Maurice just whipping there. Has a great 50 there from the back line. He's going to send this one all the way to the Severance line. Shot is going to come through. Bit wide there as Maurice looks to play this one out. Nice 50 here. Hive could have a shot, but it's just ahead of him and he can't get it. He is going to go for a high touch here. Nice touch into the midfield. Is someone going to be there? The triple commit, I believe I saw. Bit disorganized there. And still a goal scoring opportunity here as Maurice goes for the double top. Can't quite get it down. Pure Skill's going to clean it. B-Shake is here in the midfield to clean it up and keep the pressure going. But yeah, Potter, it is Severance looking really comfortable in this first game.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, they're doing more with the ball. They're getting the ball up the pitch, and they're getting some shots on the net. Nothing has came to fruition yet, though. And I mean, Prelude, they need to settle down and start getting their heads in the game because they are very disorganized and not playing the way which they would be hoping to.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're in a bit of sort of crisis mode. You know, they're just doing these big clearances, trying to get the ball out, trying to get maybe a counter-attack going. As we see the Creases here doing his best, but it's stopped by High-Vis. Ozan is going to get a shot off the backboard. B-Shake does get a touch, but it's awkward. Pure Skill's going to go for the shot, and look at that. The game turns on its head just like that, and wow, did not see that one coming, Paul.
Yeah, indeed it has. I mean, first Prelude attack of any relevance, really, and they get a goal from it. We've been in the game for half of it now, and Prelude, maybe they're just awaking now.
Yeah, it's been Severance all along, but they've not really connected with the shots. It's been more of just pressure. But, you know, that's where Pure Skill came in. Just get a shot. Bit awkward from B-Shake. He was just a bit unlucky with that touch. Didn't read it correctly. And now it is Prelude on the attack yet again. Keeping that pressure. Looking to continue with the lead as Maurice gets a touch into his own corner there. He's going to get another touch and beats one. It's going to go into the middle as Ozan's going to pop it high. Gets demoed. And High-Vis should be able to touch this one away. Does manage to get the boost as well. But Pure Skill on the attack once again. Can't quite get the touch onto the midfield. But there is his teammate coming to help out. A double commit there in that defense. Seen a few of those come from both teams. Just need to clean his communications. Paul, who's going for the shot. And there it is. A shot comes through. It is saved. And a nice little pinch here is going to alleviate some pressure with B-Shake trying to get attacked. Maurice is going to get a shot. The bump is there. Oh, but the Creases managed to get it back. High-Vis with another shot. Can't get it in. B-Shake is going to put it back in. Can't quite get the touch again as we see Ozan trying to get it wide. High-Vis touches in the midfield, doesn't touch actually. B-Shake's going to hit it high. It's off the backboard. Is anyone there? B-Shake again. Oh, and he gets the goal. And I think we saw this one coming as the game progressed. Did we not, Potter?
Yeah, 100%. Severance, they're getting the ball up the pitch, and as soon as they get an attack, he's there to pounce on it. Prelude didn't want to respond to the ball, and it drops down right in front of B-Shake. He gets the second touch, and Severance have equalized game number 1.
There it is, 1-1 as we go back to basics here. Both teams are looking to get this final goal and get to a good start in the series as High-Vis gets a shot hit B-Shake for the demo. It is wide, however, so Pure Skill should be able to take this one, and the counter is there. No one back. B-Shake, nice composure there to not fill it without motivation. And it is Maurice trying to play it out as Ozan keeping the pressure on. But I think we've seen Prelude slowly get back into this game as it progressed, have we not?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, they were one goal up for the majority of the game. However, they've been on the back foot for the majority of it. They just need to keep taking their chances when they get them, because they're not coming as often as they would want.
Absolutely. Just converting those chances, I think, is a big important. Really important in this game as we get a shot here. It's going to go wide. Should take a touch here and keep going. Gets the boost taken away. Ivers with a bump play. Did he bump two there? What a play there. Fantastic from him.
Oh, Maurice, two great bumps. Leaves the net open for Hivers. Gave him so much time. Open net. Severance take the lead with 30 seconds remaining.
And that's something we've seen this side do. You know, they're going for these bump demo plays. And nothing had come to fruition yet, but we saw now a great 50, and it's going to be another goal where Severance looks to clean this one out. I mean, yeah, head's got to be start dropping now as 20 seconds remain.
Indeed, it says game one is not one which you want to be dropping easily. Goals like this are not ones which you're going to be wanting to concede. And with 20 seconds left, Prelude, they need something fast.
Absolutely. B-Shake dusts the 50 there, and he puts the ball in the middle. Hivers is flying towards it, nearly gets a shot on, but can't quite, as Pure Skill looks to make it out. They need a goal now if they have any chance of taking this to overtime, but they misses the touch in the corner, and now they can just play for time, knock it around, and this should be game one over to the side of Severance in what was a game that was slightly tougher than I expected from the initial 2 minutes.
Yeah, 100%. When we were looking at the stats, we thought that Severance would be all over this. However, Prelude, they gave a very good fight with it. They didn't go down easily in Severance. I'd say they got a couple lucky goals. That first one from B-Shake, where nobody wanted to go up for the ball, and the kickoff goal as well. Prelude, they just need to be creating more opportunities for themselves in game number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Prelude, you know, they took the chances when it came with the one shot, but again, they're just not getting many chances, and that translates to the lack of goals. I think Severance was a lot more comfortable. I think they've got a lot more team mentality with the bump plays. That's something you see. I don't see very often in Prospect. They're really organized and they know what they're doing. I can tell the communication's clean, and that definitely came into effect in this game. And they're looking very strong and definitely the favorites going into game 2.
Yeah, 100%. They had a great game, and you can't really doubt them at this point. They showed up, and they got the goals which they needed to be able to take this game away from Prelude.
Beautiful thing about play-ins, it is a best-of-5 series, so we still have a lot of games to go, a lot of game time to see, and both of these teams can look to exploit some weaknesses, see how their opponents are playing, and that's what I expect Prelude to do. You know, Severance are being very aggressive, maybe take advantage of that. You know, the demo plays can be disadvantageous if you just dodge them. So just looking for those kinks and perhaps get the front foot on the Severance team, but it's going to be really tough as the organization is phenomenal here, as we see.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go for it. Apologies.
I was going to say, yeah, 100%. The pressure's just going to get ramped up even more on to Prelude. Game 1 is not one game which you want to be dropping, and it just makes it hard for yourself. It's going to be a pinch onto the back, but Ozone can't read it. And Prelude, they're coming out strong in game number 2.
Oh, that would have been a fantastic play. Nice little pinch there from the midfield. So much power in it. Unable to get the read. And 2 players here for the side of Severance need to sort it out as Hivers. Let's get a touch. He's got some time here. No one's challenging him. He's got so much time. But he is just going to run it wide as Pure Skill is going to go with the shot. It's looking dangerous. He's got no boost, but he's threatening the dribble. And now a fantastic shot from Hivers as he... as he comes in clutch there, just keeping out, but the shot is still here, the danger is still here as Prelude look to attack. Everyone's hanging on, but they're live in this first minute, and I think that's exactly what they needed with this start.
Yeah, indeed, Prelude have came out of the gate strong. That's a whiff from Hivers. Pure Skills can't get a shot, it's going to fall to Krezes. He gets it in, it's on the line, it comes off of B-Shake into the back of the net, and Prelude, they came away with a goal, and I'm not quite sure how.
Oh no, B-Shake just at the wrong moment, bit frozen in time and just couldn't get out of the way. The save was there, but I think it was a great shot. You know, top right corner, really hard to get on top of, and just a little bit of luck there for Prelude as they lead yet again. As a nice little edge ball is going to come out of B-Shake, nearly gets a nasty shot, but Pure Skill does not get the shot, and that's just going to go past Ozone. Oh, that's got to be gut-wrenching. You know, fantastic to take the lead, but again, they're back to 0-0.
Yeah, indeed. He gets a shot on. Ozan couldn't do anything about it, and it trickles into the back of the net, and Severance, they respond instantly for the goal.
Yeah, Severance are really good to get on top of this game. They don't want to let it run away from them, and they're so quick to pounce on these opportunities. As Hive here taking out 2 defenders. Ozan clutch there, would have been the last man back, but managed to get a touch as the crease is just a bit untidy there in that corner as B-Shake puts it in the middle. Pure Skill's going to pop it high, anyone to follow. Hive is going to beat that challenge, gets another touchdown, but crease is going to be there really quickly to take that one. B-Shake pops over the corner, he's going to go high, but gets beaten by Pure Skill. Maurice in goal, looks a bit awkward, second shot not going to come in, and now Hivers tries to get it clean, but great stuff from Prelude to keep the pressure on. As another shot should come through here. It's going to be dangerous. Oh, it's off the post. Another shot. It's off the bar. And it is just shot galore right now. Severance really struggling there in defense to hold on. But look at the counter-attack. It's there. Not enough. Bishek's going to go for the shot, but it's weak. Is it a pass? No, it's not. And great bit of play in this last few minutes. Who's going to score next, Potter? This looks end-to-end.
I mean, I definitely think that Prelude have got the upper hand currently with the way that the game's going. Severance are on the back foot. I'd say they're kind of scrapping around for a counter-attack and trying to get another goal. However, it's got to come to Prelude in my eyes.
Yeah, they're looking dangerous so far in the second game. They definitely got, they sorted out the comms, no double commits, nothing silly. They're being really clean, always playing that third man, and look at the edge dribble coming through. Can't quite beat Maurice in the air, but it's going to come down to Hiviz. It's not the touch he wanted. Straight to the opposition as B-Shake tries to pop it over Pure Skills. Not enough power on that as he's going to read it. And now Creases should go for a shot. Squares it in the middle, but no one's there. A bit hesitant from the... Oh, they didn't read the corner. Bounce. Really dangerous Pure Skill. And he's actually going to mess up his jump as well. So really unfortunate turn to play there. As the Creases looks to take this one wide, Maurice is going to whiff. And High Viz gets a touch, but should be available for Pure Skills as the redirect is not there. Crease is playing that third man back. Doesn't get the best touch. The shot could come through from Hivers. There it is. And oh my god, it's wide. So close there to be in a Severance lead. But man, has this been heart-wrenching.
Yeah, indeed it has. It was just another open net miss which Severance had. But I mean, they're creating the opportunities for themselves. And hopefully they'll be able to get a goal soon before Prelude do.
Yeah, not a high-scoring game right now. 1-1 as we come to this final minute. Maurice does get a touch there, and he's looking to play it for a second one. Great 50 there, keeping the pressure on. And now they're going to give some time for Crease to come in. B-Shake can't get the second touch. Crease is there. Can he get the redirect? He pops it up high, but no teammates there available. Hiver is going to miss this shot. B-Shake with control is going to go for a little air dribble, but nothing's going to come out of that as they just sort of trying to play for this midfield, trying to get some control of the game, but nothing from either team right now. No goal-scoring opportunities in this past minute as they kind of just knock it about. And, oh, a great play from B-Shake. Oh, that would have been disgusting. Hivers is awkward for the shot. What a pre-flip that was. And we see Severance slowly starting to get back in this game, but a big pop as the counter-attack's going to come through. And who's got these last 30 seconds, Power? It's end-to-end.
I mean, now it's in the...
Through it is! Prelude, sorry to cut you off there as I introduced you. But my god, great little pop there. Just putting the pressure on, and Pure Skills with the shot beats out Hiviz. And look at them coming back into this game. So impressive.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say it was in the favor of Severance, and Prelude shut me up instantly. And wow, I mean, they should be able to close this game out now if Severance can't respond.
Absolutely. 10 seconds to go, though, and we know how dangerous Severance is going forward. And there it is. Hivers with a fantastic shot. It's off the crossbar, and it's in. Oh, and that must be crushing for Prelude. So close to that victory. And now it is overtime territory. 8 seconds left. A good 50 will do it. What do you think, Potter?
Honestly, it's just a great shot from Hivers. 8 seconds remaining. This is where the point in the game where you're like, I don't think that we're going to be able to take this. They don't care. There was 20 seconds left and they still come out with a goal. Hopefully, we will be going to overtime, but that might go in from Pure Skill. He's going to hit it wide now. And now we go into overtime.
Our first overtime of the day and of the series as we go. And a great 50 from Maurice is almost going to slot it in. Fantastic 50 there. And Severance has been leading on the 50s for sure. I think they definitely got the kickoffs advantage. And it nearly proved threatening there. But it is B-Shake going to get the demo. Going to look to the attack and play. Maurice doesn't get the touch he wants. Misses boost as well, so he's going to be awkward going back. Pure Skill does get the touch. There's the demo coming through for Maurice on his rotation as it's popped over by High-Vis. Beats 2 as well. It's looking really dangerous. Severance. There's going to be a pass in the middle. Oh, it takes a bit too long, and Ozone can just read those all day as Pure Skill now going for the shot. Can't quite get it again. Bit of a team pinch. A double commit there in defense as it's going to come from downtown. Not able to get enough power on that to beat the keeper as B-Shake's going to pop it up now, following up with the edgeable. Beats 1, demos another, and the crease does get the safe. This is really dangerous now for Prelude as they seem to be on the back foot on this overtime.
Indeed, could come in now. Krezus is up for it, gets a shot. B-Shake's going to be there to clear it out now. It's going to drop down to him. Can he get it over Pure Skill? It's going to take a touch with it. Takes it off the wall. He's going to look for the shot. He's going to look for the double touch. Can't get it in the back of the net. And Severance, they're all over Prelude, but they just can't score.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Prelude with a counter-attack. Pure Skill's actually going to slot it in for them. Fantastic goal. Fantastic counter. As Greases, look at that. Great little pass to the midfield. Maurice is just stuck in goal. He's not covering the angles he needs. And it just goes straight down the middle and in. And that's a win for Prelude. Congrats.
Indeed, Prelude, they don't need many attacks because when they have the attacks, they are scoring with them. They're playing this counter-attacking game very, very well, and they're getting goals for it. Game 2 goes into the corner of Prelude, and now we're tied at 1-1.
Really impressive for Prelude to come back from that initial loss. You know, they looked so comfortable this game. It was almost a different side. They were going up front, making, creating pressure, but also very controlled in the defense. There was no double commits, not too many mistakes. They're able to keep their composure, and it really showed. Prelude turning up in this second game, and I can only hope that this continues because that was a fantastic game. I think very evenly matched teams. I know going into play-ins, it's always going to be third and fourth, but you know, we expected a heavy favorites from Severance, and it's not what we're seeing. So really impressive from Prelude.
I definitely say that Severance, once they get a goal, they are trying to sit on that lead rather than make more attacks. Well, yeah, they are making more attacks, but they're not getting the goals which they need and are expecting, really.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think they just need to be a bit more aggressive when in the lead. I think Prelude's taken the lead both times. First time, obviously, Severance came back, but this time, Prelude just kept the pressure, and they're looking really dangerous going forward. So excited for this third game as we see who takes the lead in this series. So yeah, make sure you get your drink and your popcorn, and let's get ready for another game of Rocket League. Great 50 there. Again from Severance. They seem to always get the better hand in these 50s as Pure Skills is going to pop it in the corner. Another greatest clearance as B-Shake's going to go for the pop. Maurice, 50 in there, the defender, nearly got the shot off. High-Vis is going to touch it down. Does have some time, bit of a 1-2 attacker there in the midfield as High-Vis has a full tank of boost and some touch. Maurice is going to go for the shot. There's 3 defenders just waiting for him, and that was never going to go anywhere. Now it is Ozone getting an awkward touch, but he is actually going to control it out. Great 15 from High-Vis. There's the demo. Maurice is going to go high, but Maurice can't get his shot, and now the counter-attack opportunity is there for Prelude. Creases can't get the touch off this corner, but it is Pure Skills, and Pure Skills really impressive in these first 2 games, I've got to say.
Yeah, indeed, he has been the goal scorer for Prelude. He's there when he's needed. He's always there to slot it into the back of the net and get the goals.
Bit of a whiff.
Might come in centre for him. Now he's up for it. Can he get the goal?
Oh, the triple commit. Where's the shot? There it is. Oh, and it's the post again. Now the counter attack. There's the 1. No 2 there. And oh my god, that was so very close. A goal for Pure Skill, the player we were just highlighting. And now Ozrin pops it over 1. Can he be the second defender? Yes, he can. And Maurice looking shaky in defense.
Yeah, Maurice, he just could not make contact with the ball. It was shot pretty much directly at him. He just may not have had the boost, or he might not have been able to flip into it to get the clear away. But Prelude, they take the lead again, and they are looking on top of the Severance side. Yeah,
but again, another great 50 from Severance, and again, a dangerous opportunity coming out there. They really have these 50s down. But yeah, Prelude, fantastic job. They've taken the lead in all 3 games. So it's really starting to set a tone for this series. And I think Severance needs to get out of the rut that they're in in terms of these initial. But a great setup from Maurice and nearly a goal. How many times are we going to hit the post this series? I feel like it's just post on post on post.
Yeah, indeed. We need to start hitting the target instead of the post, and we'll have some more goals coming in. But I mean, from both teams, I just think they need to start getting shots on net more rather than trying to place the shots.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the shot percentage has not been great. A lot of misses, but a great shot from creases. Maurice is actually going to get the touch this time. B-Shake's a bit awkward, but he is able to put it into the corner. Maurice has some time now. Doesn't get the great first touch, just pure skill 50s him. But B-Shake's able to pop it there. Oh, bit of a whiff there. B-Shake should get the double touch. But great defense from Ozan coming in. Maurice going to pop it up. Does have a little bit of boost, but not enough. As the creases is going to clear that one. Maurice again putting it in the mix. B-Shake going for the shot. And it's just wide again. We need to see just a few more shots on target. And then we'll see some goals. Because these shots, they just go in. Every shot just seems to go a little bit wide. Triple commit. Oh, no. Sorry, I know you're just allowed to speak there. But what happened there? Talk us through it, Para.
Oh my god, I should just not speak, because every time I try and speak, they score on me. But I mean, I don't know how that's trickled into the back of the net. They flew away from where the ball was going in, and they just let the net bulging for Severance to score. And I mean, this game, it's just been so good this entire series.
Yeah, this series has been great as Maurice goes for a bit of a dribble here. Does get a second touch, nearly puts it in the middle. But yeah, that triple commit was just the stuff out of movies. But Hivers with a shot, and there it is, another goal. And Severance comes back swinging, and they come back strong. Fantastic from them.
Indeed, they do. I definitely think that Severance are a more mechanical side, and when they do get shots right like that in the air in front of the net, they are able to get it on target 90% of the time. However, it's when the clangs are coming in, but they're not able to keep their pressure long enough to get all of these opportunities that they need.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just the shots, because the defenders or the goalkeepers are looking a bit shaky. They're missing their jumps. They're whiffing a few balls. So I think if you just get it on target, more than likely it's gonna go in. As Hivers gets a demo counter-attack coming through. Maurice with the pass to Hivers. Oh, that would have been a fantastic bit of play. And now B-Shake gets his demoed as well. Pure Skill does have some time here. Going to try and pop it over Maurice, but can't quite do it as the 50 comes out. B-Shake with a touchdown. No one there for him. And it is going to be a big clearance. The crease is going for a crazy read as... Oh, Pure Skills with a fantastic shot into the bottom right, but well read by the defense. And we're seeing a few more shots on target as the games progress.
Yeah, 100%. That's another shot on target. It's in the back of the net. Pure Skills ties this game up. And Severance, I think they're just trying to play way too offensive for what they have.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just the third man, just a little bit too far forward. And Pure Skills just gets a great pop, but hits it on the bounce. And there's so much power coming out of those shots. He's definitely been the standout man for me in Prelude. Fantastic play in the first two games. And now coming up clutch again in the third game. Great from Hivers, faking out his own teammate. And now it is Prelude on the attack. B-Shake's not going to get a touch, and it's looking a bit dangerous here. Maurice should be able to get this. Gets the demo, and puts in a dangerous situation. Hivers with a shot. Ozan composed, able to get a touch. He's trying to put it in middle again, but it is Creases able to run away with this one. As Maurice is a bit awkward in that third man position. Has to turn around, and it does switch the momentum of the play as Pure Skills puts it in. Ozan is going to go for the touch, takes it up the wall, but can't get it past the defender. As B-Shake doesn't get a 50. Pure Skills knocks it over one, though. Looking dangerous. Great composure. Puts it in the middle. The shot's going to come through. And it's wide again. Oh, that should have been in. That was a fantastic bit of play. 10 seconds to go now. And the clock's ticking down. Hivers is going for a shot. Can't quite get it. 8 seconds now as B-Shake trying to go for a bit of a pinch. Maurice holding this defensive line as Pure Skill can't get the shot. Ozan as well. And it is the second overtime. And it's looking really even again.
Oh my days, this is such a close game and it can go either way. Last time we saw an overtime in game 2, Prelude were able to take it. When we saw it in regulation, Severance were able to take it, and it was yet again another close game. It's going to be an open net. Is B-Shake going to be able to convert it? No, he's not. And nobody there from Severance to keep up the pressure, and the play's just going to die out.
Yeah, awkward position in there, and he can't get the second touch. But it is Severance on the attack initially. A few bumps coming through. Pure Skill can't quite get it, but Ozan's going to come clean. Can he get a second touch? No, but he's going to pass into the midfield. Pure Skills can't quite get the touch, but there it is from... Oh, the Chris is fantastic save from Highvis and a great shot, but it's just down the middle and just not enough placement on that one. A double touch could be there. Maurice a bit awkward in defense. Pure Skills with a shot, and it's just wide again. Oh, Prelude. They love their very close shots, but they're just not going in enough. Now Creases with a shot, and there it is. And again, Prelude comes away with the overtime, and now they're in the control. It's their series to win, and whoa, what must be going through Severance's mind right now?
Well, I mean, in my personal opinion, Severance aren't playing up to the speed of Prelude. Prelude are just being a faster team, and they're getting to balls before Severance, and they're capitalizing on that, and they're getting the goals because of it.
Fantastic bit of play there. Prelude looked dominant. It was an even game throughout. I think everyone was playing really well. And it was sort of end-to-end stuff. You know, one team's ahead, Prelude was ahead, and Severance came back with those 2 goals, and suddenly it's 2-2 overtime hits. But Prelude seeming to keep their cool in these in this overtime, and now they've won 2 in a row. What could that say going into game 4 and potentially game 5?
Well, this is definitely a big momentum shift in the favour of Prelude. The last 2 games we have seen as 1-goal games, but Prelude, they just need to close it out and keep playing the way that they have playing and hope that Severance don't change anything up. But I mean, Prelude, they just looked on top these past 2 games, and Severance, they need to respond fast.
Yeah, I think Severance, you know, they've really dropped from that first game performance, and even that second game, I think they were going for bump and demo plays. They seemed really organized. Great sort of passing plays in that midfield, but you know, as the games progressed, they've sort of laid back on that. They've allowed Prelude to get too many touches in the corner, allowed Pure Skills too much space, and he's just been causing havoc for them. Shots coming in, he's getting defensive tackles, he's doing really well, and I think they just need to go back to basics in what they did that first game and try to take this to a game number 5.
Yeah, 100%. That's what they will want to do, and that's what they will need to do if they want to stay in playoffs for this season. If not, their season will end prematurely, and they need to do something now.
Absolutely. Great kickoff here for Prelude, which is not often you see. I think Severance have definitely had the better kickoffs. But again, Prelude on the attack, Pure Skills keeping it in the mix, keeping it dangerous. B-Shake, can he get the redirects? Not quite, as Priest does get the save. Ozan is going to 50 this one away, but it's still dangerous. Highvis tries to get under the ball, but is not going to be able to get the shot. B-Shake, a little bit of pinch in the corner, as Chris is going to... He's going to be able to beat 2. Can he put it in the mix? Not quite. Misses a touch. Misses it again. And now it's Highvis trying to run away with it. Can't get a great touch, but it is a whiff from the defender. Maurice is up high, up to Pure Skills, but you look at the composure. He's got so much time, too much time, as B-Shake goes in for the tackle. And in this first minute, no real goal scoring opportunities for them. Bit of a slow game to start.
No, not at all. I mean, it's just a midfield battle of 50s. And I do believe it is going in the favour of Severance currently. They just need to keep the pressure on, because they're getting pressure for a little while, and then they're losing it because they're hesitating to go to stuff.
Sorry, I just wanted to scream double tap if that happened, but no, yeah, I completely agree. I think they just need to focus on getting that pressure. And now Ozan with a shot. Oh, as he whiffed that, Grease is the last man back. Needs to be careful. Hive is going to try and bump him off, but he does have a lot of boost, so he's going to be able to reposition. Bit of a double commit as Pure Skills comes in from that midfield. Now B-Shake trying to take it wide, but he's got no boost. Highvis, oh, misses the touch. This is going to be dangerous. Ozan with a shot. Fantastic placement, and that's going to go in. And it's Prelude again with the lead. And oh my god, what is going on?
Well, I mean, it's just got to say that it's Severance, really. Highvis did not make contact with the ball at all, and the nerves are going to start kicking in. The pressure is on. They need to win this game and the one after this to go through, but Prelude, they only need this game and they're on top in it.
Yeah, loads of pressure now, and you can see it as the players slowly start to, you know, the double commits started coming in. Severance are looking really shaky. They're definitely not comfortable in this 4th game, and they just need to sort it out, or it could be the end for them. Really not what we expected, but can't, you know, can't take away from what Prelude's done. Fantastic pressure from them, great touches, and right now it is Prelude looking to win the series, but I'm sure Severance will have something to say about that. As an awkward touch there, there's going to be a shot in, and that is going to be in, and Severance reacts with a goal of their own. Fantastic play.
Indeed, it is B-Shake reading it off the ceiling. Ozon puts it up there. B-Shake reads it when it comes down. It's over the top of Pure Skill, and they are back in it yet again.
Yeah, there it is. Severance so far has done really well to come back when they are in losing scenarios throughout the series, and they've done it once again. But can they then go ahead and get in the lead, or are they going to go back to allowing and inviting pressure? Ozon just gets a little bit small touch there. It's going to land on B-Shake. Pure Skill, fantastic bit of patience there to not hastily clear it out. Now on the attack as he's trying to get it around the defender, does so. Ozon should get a touch here and a shot. Oh, great 50 there, but Hiviz is behind him, and now the creases is there as well. Hiviz going for that high touch. Pure Skill. Oh, it's going to be off the crossbar. Very dangerous here for Prelude, as a bit of a pass, missed touch in the middle. Now he's got some time, too much time. Could have gone for the flick, but the defense just caught up to him. Oh, another shot just going wide. Pure Skill's going to touch into the midfield. The counter-attack is here. Maurice, the last man back, is going to pop it over him. He's got no reactions. And Ozon's going to make it 2-1 for Prelude. And again, they're in the lead. And again, they're on the way to that playoff spot. And what can Severance do here, Potter?
Severance, I think they just need to relax. They need to settle down, and it's like, okay, we're down by a goal. We need to start making something happen. These double commits which we're making and these hesitations which are happening aren't going to help us. But that is a goal. That is instant response. And
wow.
Shabby, what is this game?
Wow. I mean, what a series we have today. I mean, a great 50. The 50s have been going towards Severance side all throughout this series. And finally, it's paid off in the form of a 50 goal. But man, end to end, 2-1, 2-2 now, and another great 50 leads to another 50 in the midfield. Severance again getting the better out of it. Double touch potentially. No, he's going to set out for the middle. Big touch now as Hiviz needs to take control of the situation. Kreese is going to put it in the middle. It's not going to be dangerous as B-Shake has plenty of time here. But Ozon coming in from that midfield. Maurice needs to get this touch, and thus so beautifully Pure Skill is going to demo one in the corner. Passes it back to his midfield player as Kreese is going to follow that one up. Can't quite get the 50 he wants. And Hiviz now putting it through. It is going to land on Pure Skill. And just a bit of a messy midfield battle right now. What am I witnessing? Just a few cars reversing, bit of a mess. And now it's going to be, again, into this midfield spot. Pure Skill does have some time, but he's going to let Ozon for the shot. He can't quite get the connection he wants. 40 seconds to go, and this could be it. Prelude need that all-elusive one goal to finish out this series. And Severance need it to go to a game 5, but man, 30 seconds to go, and anything can happen at this point.
Anything can happen indeed, but I'm just so baffled at this game. It's been so close, so intense, and Severance, they need to get a goal. They need to start getting some pressure on. They need to play their own game instead of trying to change things up, and they need the goal. That is a demo coming in. It's got to be a shot for Hiviz. Ozon is there, and yet again, Severance, they need to be taking those chances.
You have to score that. You've got to score that. That was, I mean, one-on-one. The defender static. Anywhere but his car, it would have gone in. And it is an overtime. Now, Prelude have won every single overtime of the series. They're 2-0 up in that. And could we see a third one? Do you think they're more composed? Do they look more comfortable in this overtime?
I mean, Prelude, they've been on top, and they're going to have the confidence. They've got no pressure on this at all, really. They just need a goal, otherwise, you know, they've got a game to go into next. Whereas Severance, if they lose this, they're out completely and their season is over. But they need to do something, and they need to be taking their opportunities.
These best of fives, they're always wild cards. I said it before we started. Anything can happen in a best of 5 scenario, and now we're seeing the underdogs give Severance a run for their money. Really dangerous now as they're going to attack once again. Ozon's going to go for the shot. Hiviz just backflips there, knew that one was going wide, and again a bit messy. The communication's not there. Why are they both going for that ball in the corner? But B-Shake is going to be able to get the clearance. Hivers is there, pops in the middle. B-Shake for the shot. It's just above the crossbar, but really dangerous from Severance as they look to go on the attacking fourth. Oh, that is dangerous once again. And Severance seem to be taking a commanding advantage in this overtime.
Indeed they do, but again we're seeing what we've seen all series. They're not getting the shots on the net. They're just putting it above, below, under, wherever, just not in the back of the net. They need the goal to take this to game 5, and they need to do something, and they're giving Prelude way too much time. They need to be closing them down quicker.
Could we see a shot here? Double commit came through. It's just above. Now Pure Skills with another shot. Hivers should have this. Wasn't a particularly challenging shot, and he's going for the second touch. But his teammates aren't there quite yet. Pure Skills does have a bit of time, and he's just going to take it to his corner. Nice and safe, no shenanigans. As Maurice gets a shot onto that backboard. Hivers there, oh, the whiff, and Severance managed to finally win in overtime and take this game to game number 5. And wow, what a series we're having.
Indeed, I mean, the ball that gets played off the back goals from Maurice, it drops down to Hivers. He is there, he gets a shot on the net. They just need to be doing this more often. They need to be forcing mistakes for Prelude and getting the goals that they need to win the game. But Xavi, we are going to game 5, Severance versus Prelude. Win or you die. It's a life or death scenario.
Absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, losers go home, and you don't want to be the team going home. Particularly Prelude, they've had such an amazing show in here today. They've really popped off. I think, you know, no one was expecting them to give Severance this much of a hard time. I know it's 3rd and 4th, but Severance just, in terms of stats and everything, looked to be the superior team. But right now, it is dead even. It could go either way, and we're going to find out as we go into game number 5.
Indeed, and this is going to be the biggest game 5 of the season, the first game of 5 of the season, and it is between two great teams fighting for that lower bracket spot. And honestly, it's a coin flip. Where do you think that the coin will end?
A part of me says Severance, just because I think they'll be able to keep a composure. I think they know they're the better side, and sort of taking it to game 5, I think Prelude will be under a lot more pressure. But again, Prelude have proved me wrong so many times today. I'm sure they can do it again in this game number 5 as the clock starts to count down and we go into this game. The 50s are all important. I think Severance has been the better team, and there we go again. Hivers gets that all-important 50, gets the pressure going. Pure Skill does control it here. And he's just going to pop it. B-Shake tries to go for something, but it is the clearance now from Carices, taking it along the side of the pitch. Now a bit of a messy defense there. Maurice is actually going to miss the touch. It's dangerous here. And Ozon, just a bit too quick, pinches it across goal, and it's going to be an opportunity missed there for Prelude. And you can't really miss an opportunity in a game 5 scenario. But how do you think this game's going to go, Potter? Who do you think is going to take that clean edge?
Well, again, like we have seen previously, they got the first goal every single game. But I do think whoever gets the first goal in this game, in game 5, because of the nerves, because of the pressure which will be set on the team who does not score first, I think the team who scores first will take the game.
Okay, yeah, I mean, absolutely. That first goal gives you a lot of confidence, but we've seen Severance come back from a goal deficit so many times as Pure Skills just misses the touch there. Luckily, his teammates there are there to back him up. Ozone with a shot. Team is pressed really high. No third man as we see the rotations finally come through for Severance. It is off the corner here. It's a bit messy. 50 in the goal. It's just dangling around net, but it is Severance going to be able to come away with it. Ozone does get the demo, and Pure Skills going to get the touch as well to keep the pressure going. B-Shake pops it high. Who's going to meet it? It's B-Shake again. He's like an N'Golo Kante, going for the ball twice. Now, Press is going to pop it up high. And another touch from him. Fantastic. Can he keep the pressure on? Yes, he can, but Maurice doing well with the defense. Bit of a mistouch from B-Shake. Oh my god, it's so close. How has that not been in? And there we go. The pressure carries on for Prelude as they just are relentless in this last minute.
Indeed, shot coming in from high vis. Oh my case. The pressure was there. We've seen it. This is exactly what we've seen in Game 1 and 2, except for the roles have been reversed. Severance with all the pressure in Games 1 and 2, Prelude the team scoring. This time it's vice versa, and Severance, they scored first.
Oh, Severance scoring first does not bode well for Prelude. They had the pressure, they had the momentum, and now it's all turned on its head as Severance looking very dangerous again. 2 back ball shots. Beatshake's going to go for the shot. It's off to the right. It's hit the post again. How many times have we seen it? And again, the defending's messy. It's going to hit the post again. And Prelude defending for their lives as they were just doing so well in attack. However, is this the chance they get to go back and put the pressure back on? Pure Skills does get a great touch. Crest is going to go for the shot, but the 50's there. Ozon is going to get the 50. The ball goes up high. Who's going to be there to collect it? Maurice gets a touchdown. Oh, Crest's backflips and this looking messy. Can he finish it? Yes, he can. And Maurice is going to score another goal. And it seems like Severance is now in a commanding lead of this game and potentially looking to take the series as there's 2 minutes left. And what an absolute fairy tale for Severance.
Yeah, Severance, they were the favourites to take this game. They have not done so yet. But Prelude, we can't count them out. They are still capable of getting goals, but Severance, this is exactly how you want to start and hopefully end the game.
Great start. 2-0 up, 2 minutes to go. Loads of game to be played, loads of game time. And Prelude, we know they can score goals. We know they can go forward. I think they just need to compose themselves, calm down. You see, can't be giving these touches away. Pure Skill had a little bit more time. B-Shake, you know, he's playing it around his net. Bit dangerous here. But he is just buying time for his team. 20 seconds gone. 1 minute 40 to go. They need to get in these goal scoring opportunities soon. As the double commit comes through, B-Shake's going to go for the shot. And that is 3-0 for Severance. I think the nerves are starting to catch up to Prelude. And they're just making a few too many mistakes in this game number 5.
Indeed, nobody's challenging the balls. And if they are challenging the balls, they're not making contact with the ball. But oh my god, Severance, they have shown up when they needed to the most. And they are looking to take this game 5 in style.
What a turn of events here from what was such a close series. You know, we saw Severance take the lead, Prelude take the lead, and now Severance back again taking the lead. So back and forth, so evenly matched. Such fantastic Rocket League being played in Prospect, and it's really impressive to see the progress. But I've got to give it to Severance. So composed, and Prelude, unfortunately, just not able to keep their heads cool. It's 3-0 down, 1 minute to go. And do you see a comeback happening for Prelude?
Well, with 1 minute remaining, I hope that they can get a comeback. However, realistically, I don't think it's going to happen when that's coming in from B-Shape. The pressure is all there. It's all in the favour of Severance now. And surely they have to close this out.
Yeah, I don't see a comeback here. 3-0 up, 40 seconds to go. And they're just able to keep just buying time with these midfield challenges. No real threat coming from Prelude. And they're going to be so disappointed because they had them in those first 2 minutes. The pressure was on. The goal scoring opportunities were there. We saw a ball hit the post. And that is just going to be so disappointing from Prelude, from going and giving them such a challenging time to now being 3-0 down with 10 seconds to go. I think it's all but over, Potter.
Indeed, and from what we saw in the past 4 games, to close it out without a goal conceded in game number 5, where all the pressure is on you, the lights are shining down on you, Severance come out victorious and Prelude are eliminated.
Prelude out for the split, but I think they're going to be proud of you know, the challenge they were able to put up today. Fantastic play from them. I think they could have taken it. You know, we went to overtime in that game 4 and it could have been all over for Severance, but you know, they just kept their composure. They were able to get the goal, and just a few too many whiffs. I think the pressure just got to Prelude and they just weren't able to keep the nerves down, making too many mistakes. And look at their scores in this last game, you know, 100, all below 250. And I think the nerves just got to them.
Yeah, 9 shots in the favour of Severance, 4 in the favour of Prelude. Severance just looked on top, and they didn't look like they were going to lose that game 5. The rest of the games, maybe, and it's quite worrying going into the next games, because now they're in the lower bracket playing one of the top 4 who does get knocked down. I mean, it's not exactly what you would want.
Yeah, absolutely not. Severance got to be happy with themselves, I think. But, you know, they're going to be sort of asking some questions. You know, why was this game so difficult? Why was this series so difficult? You know, a lot of predictions in the chat with 3-1, 3-0s, heavily favored towards Severance, but Prelude gave them an absolute run for their money. So way, way closer than most viewers thought, way closer than we thought. So, you know, commiserations to Prelude and congratulations to Severance on moving on. But that has been the first game of today. We do have, I think, Galaxy versus Tartaros in the next series. I think myself and Potter won't be casting it, but it's been an absolute pleasure in this first game. And what a series, you know, what a series.
Indeed, that was honestly one of the best series that I've casted. The pressure was on the teams. It was so intense. The game was so close. But we were going to be doing it all again in about 10 or so minutes' time, where Monk and Buddha will be casting over Galaxy Polaris and Tartaros for the second lower bracket spot in the Prospect Division. So we will be out and we will see you then.
Quicker. He has time and space, but not much boost. Gets the reset, and it's over, Rick. He said no, look at the pass to Oli. Oli redirects here into the back of the net from Milo.
Hits the backboard of the crossbar. The double touch from Kebab is absolutely out of this world. His first touch on the edge of look for the second. Gets the flip reset. Woofy, you dangerous man.
Waiting up Phoenix, he beats all the defenders with an unbelievable musty flick. Early, pull this pull trade off the back of the board, and look at that double tap, oh my god! Welcome everybody to the RSC Season 7.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another a playoff play-in in the Prospect tier. Today we have Galaxy Polaris versus Tartaros. It's going to be a great matchup. But today I'm joined by Bar Manatan. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We've already had one half of the Prospect play-in so far tonight. This is the other half, the other third versus fourth matchup, and you know it's going to be a very, very close match if I'm not mistaken.
I do hope for a close one because, you know, this is the third and fourth positions teams in the cross conference. So you expected a close matchup indeed. And obviously in league play, you know, we're used to seeing that best of 4 series, you know, 4 games. And now we're heading over to that best of 5. So it's which team can go all the way and, you know, fight out for that victory in that best of 5 fashion. I mean, as we talk about these teams, you know, we'll go into the team stats, you know, to see what we can expect from these teams as we saw the, you know, the playoff predictions from yesterday in the RSC cast. And personally, I couldn't tell you who takes it, but I think I might edge to a little personal favourite.
Yeah, the stats, I mean, they could be closer. They're still relatively close, but, you know, still a few discrepancies in here. Well, despite their very close wins, I would like to say that Galaxy Polaris coming into this went 3-5, and Tartaros, I think, went 7-1. So, you know, Tartaros are definitely the form team, I mean, despite how close their stats are.
Yeah, I mean, you'd finish in league play in such a strong week. It's definitely good momentum heading into the play-ins, and that they should have today. But Galaxy Polaris, they did have a strong league play run. Obviously, you know, the last week going 3-5, but I know they've got a solid roster, especially with their halfway through the season transfer. They had their new player, Zyro, who was here in the last season for Micah Faction, I believe. He's been a strong asset.
He has. He was my teammate last season, and you know, he's maybe playing sub there, but he's come into Galaxy Polaris and taken a main roster spot, and he has done quite well, pairing up with Mr. C and Buckets over on that side. And as we move into the player stats, maybe you can start to see that, you know, although Zyro has done well, maybe Buckets and Mr. C are the more dominant two on this Galaxy Polaris side. When you're looking at this, Mr. C with having some technical difficulties here, but as we look at this, we see Mr. C 70 goals in 64 games, so definitely the top goals in that Galaxy Polaris side, but you know, Bucket's not so bad either. 54 goals, 56 saves, slightly better shot percent than Mr. C, and just a slightly worse win percent. But maybe looking at Zyro, who came in as that mid-season sub, and he does have the best win percent on that team, so that might be interesting. And looking at the other side, you know, Kazbeat's also a mid-season transfer for Tartaros, but I do think we'll be seeing Punky, Hecky, and Board Stiff start tonight. And they are maybe the more established roster. Stiff maybe looking to be that third man, as Punky and Hecky are the ones with definitely the more goals and the more assists, with 53 in 59 games from Hecky and 71 saves. He's definitely not a shabby third man either, with the top saves in this whole match. No one coming in with more, although Mr. C, of course, very close behind. Looking at the rest, you know, the win percent from Tartaros, maybe a slightly worse than the main three from Galaxy Polaris. And, you know, that's an interesting one to see, because you know, we were looking at these wins and they were very similar coming in, only one win more from Galaxy Polaris, but they do seem to have the stat on them there. I mean, going into this, I predicted it yesterday on RSC, so you saw it. I did think Tartaros would win, and I'm going to stick true to that, because Punky thought that maybe he wasn't going to be able to attend, but he has shown up on the day. He is here and ready to play. And with him there, with Hecky and Board Stiff, I think they should have enough to take it. And I'll go 3-1. Galaxy Polaris definitely still a strong team. They are the third place finishers compared to Tartaros' fourth. But yeah, I think Tartaros should be the ones to take it. They were probably predicted to finish slightly higher up in the league table than they did end up finishing. They had a pretty weak mid-season, but they finished strong. They started strong, and yeah, I do think they will have enough. Gonna struggle to get the teams into the lobby here, considering that I am indeed PlayStation at the moment and cannot tell them to join, so not sure how that's going to work, but hopefully we will be able to see Buddha come back and join me in this casting booth, and then he will be able to tell the players to get into the lobby. I mean, of course, in the chat, get your predictions in. We want to see what you think, what you think either of these teams can do tonight. I mean, I say Tartaros will win, but it's definitely not out of the question that Galaxy will come on and take this one from them. This is, of course, the best of 5, the format change coming in. And, you know, maybe that changes things up. This is the chance for either of these teams to grab the lower bracket spot against, I can't remember, well, it'll be the loser of the top bracket spot in the playoffs on Thursday and Friday for Prospect. But yeah, whoever loses this is going out, and I'm sure neither of these teams will roll over. They'll both be wanting to play their best tonight, so here we go. Hopefully we can get into this very soon. Might have an alternate route for the players to get in, because Buddha doesn't seem to be joining us back just yet. Hopefully he can get something going for him, but I think it will be the solo cast for the moment. We'll see how that one goes, but yeah, I just can't wait to get in for it. It's going to be such a great match. We just had a best of 5 between Severance and Prelude going the distance. Prelude, for a moment, looked like they might steal it from Severance, who were definitely the favourites. You know, 90% chat prediction. But in the end, Severance were able to take it with that 3-2 win in Game 4 and the 3-0 win, the dominant win in Game 5, and that was very impressive to see. They already have one lower bracket spot. Who will it be tonight? Who will grab that other half? It's Galaxy Polaris versus Tartaros. Here we go, and I just can't wait to get into this. Mr. C and Board Stiff start us off, and Zyro with the early shot. Punky is last man back. He will get a touch to that one. It's very high. Maybe looked a bit awkward, but yeah, it was good enough. Board Stiff looking for the pass into the centre, but Buckets gets it clear. Hecky intercepts it, but Buckets does get the dunk in him, allowing Mr. C to bring it up the other end. But Zyro now with the shot. Hecky and Board Stiff are back. It should be enough. Hecky's touch is only to Mr. C, but he's got the dunk in him as well. He has to beat Buckets, and he cannot. Buckets can only meet Punky, though, and he's got it back in the middle. Zyro is missing. And now Zyro goes again, and we do have a little bit of a casting change. It's Mr. C almost opens the scoring, and, you know, maybe Galaxy Polaris will be looking to storm this one early, Senji.
Absolutely, and welcome from my side as well. I hope we can get this over very, very smooth with Buddha not being able to. But as far as we look at this now, Galaxy Polaris does look a little bit better than Tartaros in the first minute of this game.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked too much better. It's definitely still been close. But they do have the 2 shots of the game so far. Tartaros yet to get one on the board, and they've had to save both of Galaxy Polaris' shots, and there is another one coming in for buckets. Very strong save from punking off to the corner. And Zyro's pass into the middle isn't too strong again, but yeah, Tartaros definitely on the defending side so far in this first minute and a half.
Definitely, yes. Punky's now trying to clear this ball out for good, but Bucket stays there relentless. And Heki with the own goal! What a way to open the score for Galaxy Polaris. Just relentless in the side of Tartaros, making sure they're not getting out and kind of forcing Heki to open the score in from his side, wrong net.
Yeah, the pass in from Buckets, it didn't look too strong until that crazy bounce off that top curve. It completely threw Heki off, and yeah, maybe not quite forced through, but it definitely wasn't an easy save, and yeah, unfortunately dropping that one into his own net, but he will of course look to keep going here. He has the fake on one of the Galaxy Polaris players. He has beaten another, and he gets the 50 on that last man back, but can't quite direct it on target, and Punky's touch is awkward. Will allow Mr. C to break. That one might be on target. Heki has gotten back into defense though after his near miss. And yeah, Tartaros once again back in the defending position.
Definitely, that's the position we've seen them for most of this game so far. The only one that's been out front for Tartaros has been twice a Heki action, one where he came from the ceiling, one where he was able to dribble out 2 players and couldn't get over the last one. So currently I think it is on Heki to redeem his error with the own goal and give some hope back to the Tartaros side here.
Yeah, they do finally have a shot on target from Punky, but you know, Galaxy Polaris definitely still with the dominant side. Mr. C with another shot, another chance off the backboard, and Heki just gets that one over Buckets and gets a demo. Gets demoed in the process, but you know, I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Any clear is good enough for them at the moment, although this one, Punky can't find the clear ball. Zyro has it in the middle, and Buckets is there ready for the pounce, and it's 2-0 Galaxy Polaris.
Absolutely, and great pass here by the Galaxy Polaris side, really showing how good they're able to stay together in offense. For most of this game, being able to keep the ball up front and get themselves some touches. But Borsif nearly put in this shot.
Nearly had it off the kickoff there, but you know, they did have the player back. The Galaxy Polaris, when they've needed to defend, which hasn't been often so far this game, they have had the players back, haven't allowed any big chances into the back of their net so far. And again, here they come. Punky has to get that one clear from Bucket. Zyro has the shot again. That one will be wide, and Heki will have it off the wall. Looks for the double. Bit too far from though. Mr. C will leave it for Buckets. This one might drop nicely for him. It might just drop straight in. It will go off the backboard. No. Punky! Second own goal of the game. This has not gone well for Tartaros at all in game number 1.
I guess you could call this the worst possible start for Tartaros. Conceding 2 own goals and not being able to get anything going offensively. I'm curious to see how they're going to react to it in probably the next game, as this game is probably going to Galaxy Polaris.
Yeah, they will need to find some sort of response. That's a good save from Heki. They have had some decent saves in the time, but you know, it between Punky and Heki, but hasn't been enough to keep out 3 of Galaxy Polaris. Here is a shot from Punky. The double commit wasn't quite enough to send it in, but yeah, there's going to have to be some sort of tactic change, some sort of tightening up in defense, because despite their 8 saves, it's still been very, very dominant from Galaxy Polaris and haven't really looked like conceding for most of the game, if at all.
Definitely, but now we see the first little bit of attempts from Tartaros going offensively and staying a little bit more attacking, but currently they really need to find that shot on target and not just bang it next to the target.
Zyro will look to dribble this one out, but he's only met by Punky. He can beat Buckets too. This one's in the middle. The net is open, but Zyro is the first man there. Heki couldn't get there in time. He's beaten one though. Can't get it past Buckets. Buckets will look for the shot. Board stiff. Standing in his way. Punky up for this one. Beats out Zyro. Mr. C is back. This one will be launched long. Board stiff has to make the backboard clear, and he does. It's a strong touch off to the side. And, you know, I think at this stage it would be nice just to see Tartaros get on the board, because they've had to defend so long this game. Heki off the ceiling, can't find it. This one might creep in from Zyro. It's off the post. Board stiff with a bump on Mr. C, and Wow, that was a bit of a goalmouth craze at the last few seconds there. In the end, it doesn't matter. Galaxy Polaris do get the game on win, and I think it was a very deserved win indeed.
Definitely, they've come out of the gates very strong and definitely deserve to win this game. And as we can see for the Tartarus side, Heki has been nearly double as much ball touches as his teammates, and it really shows that the game of Tartarus relies very much on Heki himself. So what they need to do is probably put out team plays more onto the whole team instead of one player, and try to push out the field. And even if you're in defense, just clear it away and then start doing something instead of just getting backed in by the side of Sadi Caravan Buyer, which they've done basically all game long.
Yeah, maybe we do need to see Punky and Board Stiff come into the game a bit more. Heki definitely getting his fair share. I mean, Punky did get 4 saves on the board, which is pretty good for a first game, you know. Maybe they let a few too many in, but 4 saves still very strong. I think really we're looking to Board Stiff that third man, maybe the lower MMR player of the 3, but you know, I'm sure he still has some quality if he's got his team to 4th this season, so maybe he has to be the man to step up, make sure he's playing his A game, so that maybe they can unleash Heki a little bit more, because if he is meant to be the star player, then his teammates are going to need to step up and let him get off the back line defending all time.
Definitely. And with that, my time here as a quick sub-in caster has ended. Buddha is going to be back for this next game, so everybody enjoy the second game of the series.
Thank you, Senji. I'm back. Ever big apologies for me. The router was unplugged, but game number 2 is underway. As seen, Galaxy Polaris leading it 1-0. Now tell me, you know, what were Galaxy Polaris doing that just asserted dominance in game number 1?
They just did not allow Tartarus to break out of their own half at all. You know, they had maybe a few shots on target, but none of them were really looking troubling, and for the most part, it was just dominant Galaxy Polaris pressure. They got the 3 goals that they needed, and yeah, they just did not let them break out at all, and you know, it's going to be very tough for Tartarus to stop that, although they have had this early game 2 pressure, so maybe they'll be looking to stop that already.
Well, they will be on the defensive hand, looking for the counter-attack. Will be put down to Heki down the left-hand side. He's going to try to find an infield pass off the ceiling. Will get 1 touch, but it is going to fall into the defense of Galaxy Polaris. Buckets clearing downfield to Mr. C. He's waiting in the corner. He's going to try to find a pass from the corner, but will be Punky from the corner to Heki. Heki now trying to find a pass back to Board Stiff in the midfield, but will be blocked out from Mr. C. Zyro now finding a 1 touch. Going to look for the second, but will be Punky on the interception. Heki trying to find a shot, but it will be blocked out from Mr. C. Punky going to follow through. Here's a shot, but well saved from Zyro, keeping the score tied 0-0.
That was definitely a required save. That one was a great shot from Punky, maybe looking for the top corner, but wasn't to be. Zyro was in his way, and you know, Tartarus still yet to get on the board. They really need to find their first goal of the series if they want to try and take it from Galaxy Polaris, because yeah, the goal is where it starts, the goal is what wins you games, and so far they just haven't found it just yet.
Hoping for the Tartarus side, maybe their first goal would mean a victory in the series. Only time will tell for that, as it will be Zyro to put it up into the air. No follow through just as of yet. We'll follow through from to Heki. We'll be in the corner trying to find a pass, but we'll clear that from Punky. Buckets trying to keep the pressure up. Does get a second touch. Going to try to find the infield pass from the corner. Will be followed through, but no touch on the ball found. Will be Zyro now. Minimal boost to his name. It's just going to slowly roll in. Board Stiff's going to find the first goal.
It looked like such a weak shot it was. It was only 58 kilometers an hour, but Zyro, he's got no boost, can't find any of the pads on his way to the ball, and just flips past it. And that is indeed how Tartarus will open their account for the series. It's Board Stiff, the man to do it.
Such an unexpected goal to happen. Galaxy Polaris not finding 1 shot yet in game number 2. Compared to game number 1, that's definitely a downgrade to what they've been keeping up on the pressure. Tartarus having those 5 shots, getting 1, I guess you could say, lucky goal, but at least they put the shot on target, and it did create opportunities, as it will be Board Stiff to put it down the field. Zyro in the corner. He's going to try to take it past 1. He's going to give it to him instead. Punky now, plenty of boost in the tank. Could find a play here. Would be Buckets to try follow through, but both players missing the ball. Mr. C now following through, beating Heki out. Would be Board Stiff, last man back. We'll get 1 touch up. He's going to follow through. Would be Zyro to get the 50 from him. Would be Punky now follow through with a shot. Will just fall wide. No save found. Could be follow through, but will be Mr. C to clear down the field. I don't know if it's just me, but the the pace of the game is starting to slow down a little bit. Do you think it's the nerves of the play-ins?
These are the biggest matches of the season so far, you know. League play might be scary, might be daunting in that you have to try and get that top 4 finish, but definitely can't be scarier than this, where if you lose, your season is over. So yeah, maybe they are feeling theirs a little bit. This one from Punky will go off target, but he has Heki waiting in the middle. They've got the 2-0 lead, and maybe it's finally starting to click for them in game number 2.
Punky with a beautiful pass off the sidewall. Both defenders from Galaxy Polaris double committing on that. A big mistake there, but it is well finished from the Tartara side, extending their lead 2-0. Not scoring a goal in game number 1, but in game number 2, they're coming out swinging 8 shots with 2 goals. Galaxy Polaris only with the 1 shot. The pressure, the aggression has all died down in game number 2. So will be Mr. C in the defense. He's going to give away the ball to Punky. We'll find Zyro in the corner. He's going to go back down to Punky. Will be Heki to take over. Plenty of boost. What can he work with here? He's going to try to find a shot of his own. Nearly, but it will be Mr. C to secure no goal. He's going to try to convert onto that counter-attack slowly into the corner. Will be Punky on the backboard. He's going to put it into the midfield. Could be a shot here from Heki. We'll pull it on target, but will it go in? Yes, it will. No, it won't. It's going to go wide. I was so certain that was going to go in.
It really did look on target. He had the double, he had the follow-up too, but couldn't get that one on target either. And then Punky with the rebound found the crossbar. This is the pressure that Tartaros have been wanting, though. They had the 2 own goals last game, which maybe took the game away from them, but so far it's been much better showing. They haven't had that defensive inconsistency. And here is Board Stiff for a second of the game. I said last game that maybe he has to be the man to step it up and allow Heki to flourish, but instead he's just taken on all of the pressure himself. Beats out Mr. C, maybe a bit of a whiff coming out, but still, Board Stiff the man on hand to give them their 3-0 lead.
Galaxy Polaris, their defense just seems to be a bit shaky. You know, the players not really committing fully to the ball, just getting those whiffs in the defense, and they're just creating huge mistakes at the moment. Tartaros doing an excellent job capitalizing on it, as they will go for a double setup, but it will be Heki on the post, giving it to Board Stiff. He's going to try to find a pass, but it will be intercepted from Zyro. Will be a back pass down to Mr. C in the corner. Board Stiff now is going to take it away from him. Will be in the air onto the backboard from Buckets. Buckets, he's going to pull it downfield. It will just fall wide. Punky now is going to find that clearing touch, but it will go back to Buckets. We'll give it back. Will be Zyro now. He's going to pull it backboard. Is there going to be a follow-through shot? There will be Mr. C. What a goal from Mr. C.
I think in the end it will prove to be a consolation, but they got that last team play, showed that they do still have this, they do still have some sort of composure going into game number 3, but yeah, great pass from Zyro, great finish from Mr. C, and you know, they don't let Tartaros get their first clean sheet on the board today.
7 seconds on the clock. It will tick down every second down. Tartaros looking to win. Very likely that they will take it. I don't think 2 more goals are going to happen as Tartaros do take the equalizer in the series 1-1. And what a game. And I mean, I got to say, it was mostly the defense of why Galaxy Polaris was losing that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a few struggles in there from Galaxy Polaris after they didn't need to defend so many, although their defense was still pretty strong when they did need to defend in game number 1. It's definitely been smothered a little bit here by Tartaros as they just kept shooting. They had 11 shots between the 3 of them this game, Board Stiff scoring both of his. But yeah, I think it's just the instant response from Tartaros. Maybe those game 1 nerves are out of the way now. They have the 3-1 win. No more own goals this series, hopefully, from them. You know, you never want to be scoring own goals in a match as important as this, but, you know, all props to Tartaros for coming out and getting that 3-1 win over Galaxy Polaris in this game number 2.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be happy with that win. You know, bring them back in the series after not even finding 1 goal in the first one. So that's going to give them that momentum heading into game number 3. I mean, if you're Galaxy Polaris, you need to be stepping up that pressure. We barely saw any opportunities come from their side, and we only saw 2 opportunities, and they were only able to put 1 in the back of the net. So if they want to take these games, they either need to bring more opportunities to their side or not concede to these mistakes, because Tartaros are having so many more shots that they're going to have more chances of scoring over Galaxy Polaris so far.
Yeah, tightening up defense. You know, Tartaros managed it in this one. Galaxy Polaris will have to do it in this one, because otherwise Tartaros will just keep going, will keep getting their shots on target. And, you know, Board Stiff hasn't been the most dominant stats-wise this season, but he's shown he can come in here today and perform with his 2 goals so far this series. And yeah, you know, Galaxy Polaris have to step it up. It's going to be interesting to see what they can do to try and shore up this little bit of a rusty defense in so far.
Well, whoever wins this game will be putting themselves in a match point situation. So I guess you could say this is a big game, you know, putting you in that advantage of winning the series. So which team will take it, only we will find out. Will be Punky, will be saved for buckets. He's going to drop down to Mr. C. He's going to take his time a little bit. Will be follow through from board stiff, but no shot. Hecky trying to follow through, but will be straight to Zyro. Hecky trying to get another shot. Will just fall wide. Will be 50 out from Punky. Mr. C now. He's not going to find the touch he was looking for. Will be buckets to follow through. Blocked by board stiff into the corner. Zyro, last man back. Will be put up into the midfield. No player following through from the Tartarus side. Will be Punky now, though. Into the corner. Mr. C from the backboard. No threatening shot so far. Just constant pressure from Tartarus. But as I've seen last game, it definitely works out for them.
Yeah, Galaxy Polaris would like to break out at any moment now. I'm having a few lag issues here with the players moving around, but yeah, this Tartarus pressure is unrelentless. Board stiff looking to bring it back in again. Zyro will have to find the clear, but Hecky's just waiting for him, and he will indeed get that touch and the double into the middle. Punky will choose to wait this one out as Buckets gets it clear, but board stiff's touch is only to Buckets. He got it back in. Punky's touch will be found by Mr. C. Maybe look for some sort of shot there, but you know, this is what we wanted to see. We were just saying that the Tartarus pressure was non-stop. Zyro's up for this one, and yeah, Galaxy Polaris starting to break out of their shell a little bit now.
They have started, but can they keep it up through this game? It is what is needed if they want to take this game number 3. Will be given up to Punky. He's going to send it back to Mr. C.
Mr. C again. Got it off the corner. He's got Punky waiting. He will find the touch to Hecky, and he's got that redirect over one player. I think it was Zyro there. He's got bumped out of the play, though. Mr. C only has Punky to beat. Can he find it? He has the shot. Punky just about directs it into the corner of his side and won't let that one pass. But another shot coming in from Galaxy Polaris looked very close, and you know, I think they've had the better chances so far this game. Mr. C misses that one. Hecky has only Buckets waiting for him. He goes for the flick. No, he'll try to fake him out, but Buckets is having none of it. He gets the dominant clear. Hecky into the middle for Punky. Punky is there! Great team play from Hecky and Punky. Once again, they're linking up. They're finding those team plays. The 1-2 comes out, and you know, it's a great goal from Punky. Great pass from Hecky. 1-0 Tartarus.
You're not wrong. It is a great pass and well finished. The defense just not expecting it. You know, if you're Galaxy
Polaris finding the response that they need. They have had some good shots. This game looked much better than they did in game 2. But you know, it's all going to rely on the consistency. Buckets with a great shot.
I think we might have lost Monk a little bit there. But it was an equaliser for the Galaxy Polaris side. Bringing themselves back in the game. Will be a demo from board stiff. Will be going into the midfield down to Hecky. He's going to find the touch onto the sidewall. Will be Buckets in the back corner. He's going to follow through for that second touch. We'll get past another player. Will be Mr. C now trying to look for the opportunity, but no shot found. Will be Punky. He's going to try to buy time for his teammates for the rotation. He's going to fall into the corner of Hecky. Going to find a touchdown into Mr. C. Mr. C with the shot will just hit the crossbar. Follow through for the double. Will just fall wide. Mr. C missing out on that goal leading opportunity. Galaxy Polaris probably a little bit upset by that. Bucket sounds there. Bruce to his name will be beat out by board stiff. He's going to look for that counter attack. We'll try to find the double. Will not be found, but will be followed through from Punky. And Punky will be the one to find the leading goal for Tartarus, putting them into that 2-1 lead. Zyro just not finding that touch in the net. And it's going to lead them 1 goal down with just a minute and a half to go.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Just disconnected me from the call without telling me it disconnected. You know, really, really nice. But yeah, Tartarus 2-1 lead. Maybe looking a bit shaky.
Will be Hecky in the corner. Will be falling down to Punky. He's going to try to find a touch now. Look for the second off the wall. He's going to try to find a pass into the midfield. He's going to look for a solo play indeed, actually. Will be board stiff to follow through. He's going to try to find a shot on net. We'll just go wide into Zyro. We'll get the demo onto him. Will be follow through from Hecky. Is he going to look for the double touch? Mr. C going up for the save. Keeping the goal deficit to 1. Board stiff. He's going to set him up for a double. Plenty of boost to his name. No defender up for it. Just a double commit save. Will be Zyro to find it. Galaxy Polaris are on the back foot, trying to create pressure at any cost that matters, but will be Tartaros keeping it all up onto their side. Will be Punky now. Will get beat out from Buckets. This could be an opportunity for Galaxy Polaris here. Buckets is going to get the block. He's going to try and find a shot of his own. Gets it overboard stiff, but no one to finish from the Galaxy Polaris side. Will be sent downfield to Mr. C. He's going to pop it up, looking for another touch. Will fall into Buckets, but will be board stiff to beat him to it. No shot on target, but it is buying time for their victory in game number 3. 6 seconds on the clock. Can Galaxy Polaris find this equalizer for overtime? Will it be Tartaros taking the game number 3? It will go to touch the ground, and it does. Tartaros finding game number 3, taking them 2-1 in the series. They're going to head into that match point, heading into game number 4.
That's 2 in a row for them now. Galaxy Polaris really struggling. They had equalized it at one point, but Tartaros did take the win in the end. 2 from Punky this time after Board Stiff was the man of game 2. You know, all 3 players showing that they can show bright sparks and that they are all valid members of this team. But yeah, I think it's going to be very tough for Galaxy Polaris to try and take this game 4 from them because they've just been so good so far this series.
For sure. Galaxy Polaris have got a tough 2 games. I mean, it could be 1 game if Tartaros take it, but they've definitely got a couple games indeed. But they need to notice that Tartaros, they're a team that will do those passing plays, even down the line, in the midfield, off the backboard. They are capable of doing that. And we need Galaxy Plus. We need that first man to push that challenge, because as we saw multiple times in the last minute, they're just double committing, waiting on the line, and they're just letting Tartaros, having all this time on the ball. And if they don't change that, then I don't think Galaxy Polaris can take this back.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of change here for them. They can't just keep doing what they've been doing because it hasn't been working. You know, that game 3 might have been a little bit closer than it was in game 2, but it still wasn't enough, and they were beaten out by those hecky punky passing plays. Board Stiff got an assist too, but yeah, something's got to change because Tartaros do not look like they're about to slow down anytime soon.
Well, game number 4 is now underway. Tartaros in that match point situation. Galaxy Polaris have to win every single game now to take this victory in the series. Buckets are going to take from the back ball. Will be Punky to follow through. Mr. C now. He's going to boot it downfield. Will fall down to Hecky. Into the corner. Demo from Punky onto Mr. C. It will be board stiff. He's going to take it down into the side. It'll be Zyro keeping the pressure up. Buckets is going to follow through. Zyro trying to find a shot. We'll get over one onto the back wall. Mr. C going to follow through. Is a shot. What a play from Galaxy Polaris here, and that is what we need to see more of.
The first time they've taken the lead of the series since game number 1. And it is exactly what you want to see. Zyro and Mr. C, the men to link up once again. We saw them get that last minute goal in game number 2, which ended up being a consolation, but I'm sure this one will matter much more as they do take the lead, and you know, this is a must-win game for them now.
Must-win situation. Can they step up when it is mattered, when it is needed for their team and their franchise to have that chance winning the playoffs? Punky not going to find a shot, but it will be a pass to Hecky. Hecky trying to follow through with a second touch. Be Mr. C to get it downfield. Punky now. He's going to try to keep the pressure up. Will be Zyro in the corner. Not going to find his touch. Will leave Punky a shot. Will just go wide. Zyro touching up down to Borsif. Borsif trying to find a shot, but Mr. C finding the block. Hecky trying to keep the pressure up. Will just go wide. Zyro on the front post. Borsif trying to follow through. Will get a shot and will be on target. Borsif finding that equalizer. The pressure from Tartaros is astonishing.
What a shot by Board Stiff. He sees Zyro's clear. He says, I raise you a shot, and it's a shot straight into the back of the net. Board Stiff once more showing just how good he can be in RSC play-ins, but yeah, Galaxy Polaris, the onus is on them once more. They need to score another goal, and you know, they haven't come so easily so far from them this series, and yeah, great stuff from Board Stiff to put the pressure back on Galaxy Polaris.
The thing I love about this Tartaros side, when they're keeping that pressure, they have a player on the left or right hand side ready for the clear from Galaxy Polaris, and it just allows them to create another shot, another opportunity. And if they keep that up and Galaxy Polaris can't spot that out, then Tartaros are going to happily take this game underway into their hands and even take the series, because Galaxy Polaris, we're not seeing control in the defense. They get the ball and just boom it out, or they get one touch and they just lose possession, and it all goes into Tartaros' favor. But we've seen Galaxy Polaris make a play, and it is their only chance they had, and what a beautiful play it was.
was really, really good. Mr. C, I think, has been their top scorer so far this series, and yeah, wasn't going to let that chance slide him by. And they're going again here. Zyro will get onto the end of this one. He has Mr. C waiting. Punky bumps him out though and takes the boost, but can only hit it to Zyro. Zyro is up, has board stiff to beat. Neki was waiting in behind him as well. But this one will be launched forward again by Mr. C. 2 players up for that one. That's how dangerous they're considering Mr. C's shots at this stage. They need 2 men on them. And yeah, they're really, really maybe looking a little bit scared of Mr. C at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree. Mr. C has been the player to step up for Galaxy Polaris. You know, he's either setting up those plays or he's the one to finish those plays. That's what he's been doing ever so consistent in this series. We just need to see more opportunities like that. As it is Mr. C now on the ball. Does have 2 players to beat. We'll take it away from Heki. Not going to get a follow through, but he will find it. No defender from the Tartara side clearing as of quick. Zyro trying to find that infield pass will be blocked out from Punky. It'll be Punky now, 0 boost. We'll find a touch, but it will give possession to Buckets. Board Stiff is going to fully commit to that one into the corner. Will be Zyro now, plenty of boost in the tank. Will be Heki, sorry, to win the 50. He's going to follow through with a shot, just get the fake, but no shot will be found. I'm pretty sure he might have faked 2 defenders there.
He might well have done. It was pretty close, but Galaxy Polaris did survive. They keep on that 1-all scoreline. Didn't let that one go past them just about. Now they'll look to break out, but Punky is there again. You know, every time they get the save, every time they look like they've got the clear, the Tartaros men are there to hit it back at them, and yeah, they're really struggling. But this one from Buckets might be good for them. Mr. C with the massive bump, but it still wasn't enough. Punky still gets it past him and past another. Now he only has Buckets left waiting in the corner, and he will be able to take this one out past him. Gets the 50 on Heki, but this one is dropping nicely for Board Stiff to attack onto. Mr. C is there for the block. Galaxy Polaris once more holding on for dear life. They cannot let another goal go in. It might be a season-ending goal if they do let one go in, and you know, here they go again. They're breaking forward. Can they find their second goal of this game?
I couldn't imagine the nerves from Galaxy Polaris at this point. You know, they're in a position where they have to win. They cannot lose. They drop this game. This is their playoff run all out the window. It's gone. It's the end of their season, as I've said. I can't imagine the nerves they're in right now. Zyro on the wall. He's going to try to create an opportunity, trying to find the backboard, but it will be Heki in the corner. He's going to follow through for a second touch. Won't find it. Will be Mr. C. He's going to put it up. Will be Board Stiff, 50'd out by Buckets. Punky now. He's going to get a touchdown. Will be Buckets to try and make an opportunity here, but it will be Heki waiting. He's going to find another touch, but Zyro keeping the pressure up. He's going to try to find a pass in the midfield. Mr. C not going to be able to find a shot. Buckets is going to follow through. It will be a shot just wide. Punky securing no goal. Galaxy Polaris trying to find a goal, but we could have an overtime here. Or maybe
they've thrown all men forward. Mr. C just gets back in time. That was so close. That was almost the series win for Tartaros. Galaxy Polaris had thrown all 3 men forward, looking for the winning goal, but didn't come. And then, yeah, Mr. C had to be so quick on the rotation back because Tartaros were almost onto that one.
If that goal went in, I could only imagine how devastating it would be for the Galaxy Polaris side. But they do hold on into overtime. This is their make it or break it game. They have to take this OT to go to that game number 5. Mr. C is going to try to find the shot. Will be a double commit save, but it will be Heki to find it. Zyro trying to keep the pressure up. We'll get one touch. Follow through with the second, but it will be saved from Board Stiff. Zyro trying to get this winning goal for his team, but the defense of Tartaros holding up, not letting anything go through as of this moment.
We're seeing this Galaxy Polaris pressure come at Tartaros, but we saw it at the end of overtime. If they do keep committing men forwards, they might be afraid on the counter. That one from Punky hits the post, almost goes in, but yeah, Galaxy Polaris have to be really sure that they keep their 3rd man back, because although they do need to win this game, they can't commit just too hard, because Tartaros will be able to punish them on the counter.
I couldn't agree anymore. As much as they want the win, they have to stay composed. Will be Zyro in the corner. Demos going back and forth. Will be 2 demos from the Galaxy Polaris side. Will be 50'd into the corner. It's going to be followed through from Heki. And it's on target. It's a goal. Tartaros, they take the series and they go to the playoffs.
It's a worthy goal to take it all. Punky with that absolutely massive 50 onto the corner. Heki is there, baits out Mr. C, doesn't expect it to go back post. He goes front post trying to read it, but Heki is just too good for him. Gets that overtime winning goal. And yeah, Tartaros, what a way to get their lower bracket place.
Well played from them. I mean, Galaxy Plus, they put up a great series, but just falling short game by game. Ever so unfortunate for them. Unfortunately, we do say goodbye to them in this playoff run. That's end of the season for them. But Tartaros, I mean, what a performance. I mean, especially from Heki, just being that player to step up. I mean, it's as predicted for him to step up for his team.
You know, we might have seen Punky and Board Stiff shine elsewhere in the series, but yeah, that was absolutely Heki's game to get the game-winning goal.
Well played from them. They will go into the playoffs. Obviously, coming in from the play-ins, they have to make a lower bracket run. They do not enter the upper bracket, so they have to win every single series. They cannot afford to lose one single series if they want to take this whole playoffs home. So they've got a really tough, they've got a tough road ahead of them, but I'm pretty sure they can handle it if they've got that mindset. And I mean, if they keep that consistency up, with the passing players that we saw today, I'm sure they're very capable to get to the grand final.
Yeah, and after that win from Tartaros, we saw earlier the win from Severance. Those are your prospect play-in winners. They will enter the lower bracket. They will go on to play on Thursday. But coming up soon, we do have the start of the Challenger play-ons. There will be Motos from Kazoku and Nuclear from the Quantum franchise fighting out for their lower bracket spot in the Challenger bracket. So, stick around for that one. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you soon.